Good morning, traders. Welcome to this week's ELLIOTTWAVE Forex and Cryptocurrency Market Analysis webinar. I hope you all had a great week. The market continues to trend and we have been seeing some really great trading opportunities. As you will see with the video that we did last week, this week I will not necessarily go to the trade recaps. I'm just gonna refer you to the video from last week. Just look at how we analyzed the market, and especially on the US dollar pairs, how the market has played out since. This is the video. So from last week, the video from last week, you can just check it out. So talking about that video, this is on Trading Waves. That's our channel. Under the description of the videos, you will find our contact details, guys. If you'd like to contact us, you can do so via all those channels that are listed there. We have got 2 social media pages on Twitter and Facebook. You can follow us there. We also have a link on TradingView where you can follow us. You can also check out our website, trading-waves.com, for more information on the services that we offer. Right, so our next course is going to be on the 5th of November, right? So the 5th of November, our next course starts. You can make your purchase on the website. You'll get immediately the recorded course. So going into November, as we know that seasonally, this is the Black Friday month. We will be giving out some Black Friday specials. So keep your eyes on the website. And if you have subscribed on our channels or on our website, you will get an email notification about the Black Friday special. So you can just log on to our website, so register there, you'll get those notifications. But look out for that in the beginning of the month of November. We are going into what is called the so-called Christmas rally, where historically the market has been seen to trend mostly during this month of November, December. So that's what we're leading up to. We will be looking at trading opportunities, obviously taking advantage of the quick market moves that come with that season. All right, so let's get right into business and do the forecast for the next week. So what are we looking at into November or into the next week? Right, so last week we have been looking at the Euro US dollar. Let's start with Euro US dollar and the DXY. Let's see what the structure is there. So if you remember what we looked at last week, right, so if you remember where we were last week, so this is Euro US dollar. I am on the daily here. Let's go to the 4-hour. So we forecasted this last week. We said that the euro should have 2 possibilities. One was that this should go up to this level, check the top, and then go to the downside like this. Alternatively, the other option was that it was gonna make this move here, comes down here, makes a move here, and then comes to the downside. Then it would have made this structure. So you can refer to those on the video that we did last week. So one of the options that has played out is that this has now taken up the top as we had forecasted last week as well, one of the options, and it looks like we are now starting to see the euro coming to the downside. Are we going to see the euro go complete that move and give us the structure? Let's have a look at the structure that we'll be looking at here. So that is the structure here. Could we be looking for this one to come down here for one more move to the downside? So let me just refer you to that video. We've got timestamps on the videos. This is the video from last week. This is Audi US dollar. Let's just look at the euro. See how we focus it. You see how easy it is there. I just click on the euro timestamp and it takes me straight to the analysis last week. So this helps you to track how we're forecasting the market and how the market plays out going into the new week. So let's just play this one quickly. I'm just gonna mute it and let it play. So that was the focus from the last week. So let's see. So we were forecasting exactly that the move could continue to the upside, takes up the top, and then come to the downside, or either give us that move. So we're currently on this move here. I'm just gonna pause it there. So we are currently doing this move. We are doing this move right now because we've already done. Remember last week we said this, look at the purple here. We said it was gonna come take the top and it's gonna come down. We are here now. Is this gonna come all the way makes a bounce. If it makes a bounce, that means we've got this as a flat correction, or it can simply be a three-wave move correction, and then we go all the way to the downside. So we will expect that the euro will come at least down to this level before any pullback. So that's what we're expecting on the euro. What about the DXY? The DXY, we also focus to the same, but just the inverse. So I'm just going to go click on the DXY here. Let's have a look at the DXY. So that is the DXY at 603. So it will be the inverse. So we expected that the DXY could either come take the top, take the low, as we expected the euro to take the top, right? Let's just have a look at that. So that was a focus from last week. The first alternative, you'll see that I will be explaining the second alternative, where it takes the low and pushes up. Just going to let it play a bit. We're still on the first option. ABC corrective structure, regular flat there with a complex B correction. You can just watch that video if you want audio as well. All right. So you'll see the second option here. Second option, just like the euro, is to take the low, which is where we are now. We have taken the low. So we have taken the low, and this is where we are now. I've just paused the video here. So let's just go to the DXY. This is where we were last week. So as you can see here, we said that this should come and take the low here and make a bounce. But is it ready for a bounce to the upside? Are we ready to do this and move to make a move to the upside? So just like the euro, as you can see, I'm just going to bring the euro up. Let me bring the two charts on the same screen. Let's put in 2 here. Can we get 2 here? Let's get the DXY on the right-hand side and get the euro on the right-hand side. That's the euro. Auto on both. I don't know why the other one is not in my format, but in any case, let's do that. All right, both of them on the 4-hour. So the left-hand side, I want to put in the DXY. Let's do the DXY. Right-hand side, we'll do the euro. As you can see, excuse the background, guys, on the right-hand side. It's not my format. I can't change it now during the video. Right, so this is what we're expecting. We were here last week on the euro. We were here last week, rather, we were here last week on the DXY. It's a DXY on the left-hand side. We were here on the euro last week. So the forecast was for these to come, take the low, for this one to come, take the top. Those moves have happened. Now, we said we're taking the top and we make a move to the upside and we make a move to the downside, respectively. Okay, so now these two moves must confirm first this part here. This is the piece that we're going to look at here. Is this piece ready for a reversal, or is it going to give us one more move to the upside and then down? There's a possibility for one more up and then downside, possibility for one more move down and then upside. So let's have a look here. I'm giving you a bit more detail here so we can have a clear understanding of how the market is going to play out, because if you understand the DXY move, now, is the DXY going to make a continuation to the upside this week? So there is a likelihood that we get this one giving us one more move to the downside because our indicator is not confirming this as a reversal. So we can get the DXY giving us one more move to the downside. So we will check if there's going to be a divergence or any sign of reversal, and check also what our indicator says as far as this move confirming this bigger corrective structure here. So this needs to be confirmed. So we may get one more move down here, comes to divergence, and then we start getting that reversal that we've been expecting. Similarly with the euro, we're looking at that structure. We need to get that confirmation that we are not going to get another leg up higher, because there's a possibility that we get this one up higher. If you look at this here, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and the 5. We can get that 5 before we come down. So that would have been a clear A, B, C corrective structure. So let's just move out here. So do not rush it just because you see that reversal there, A, B, C. So there's a possibility for that one more move up before we drop, or we can just drop from the structure that we are currently at right now. All right, so that's where we are with the euro. So let's go through the rest. So last week, you'll just refer to the video last week. We were here on the pound as well. Just go check out. We were here. We said that we're expecting the pound to continue pushing to the upside. We also expect that it can get as far as this level. So far, it has only moved this much. So the structure that we're expecting is simply this A, B, C corrective structure here before we get any reversal. It's playing out exactly as we forecasted. US dollar CAD looks to be making this corrective structure where we're expecting this one to be an expanding flat. How is it going to make a push to the upside? Possibly after one more move to the downside before we go to the upside, then it's going to play out that expanding flat. So this area here is key. So we're going to wait for that confirmation there before we take a move to the upside. That is a US dollar CAD, US dollar chief as well. So US dollar chief has made a pullback here. So if I remember last week, we expected that there may be a possibility for US dollar chief to even drop as low as this in anticipation of this structure playing out, this structure playing out, and for an impulse to the downside. But the indicator is showing us that we are going to get a move to the upside here on chief. So this is going to be this was to be an ABC corrective structure. That was a long-term forecast. So we can see that we are still going to get one more move to the upside into this week because we've got a clear three-wave pullback or an expanding flat here. 1, 2, 3. We were looking for this one to give us at least one more move to the upside before any reversal, if that's going to be any. So that's the focus for the next week. Look out for upside. Again, here, I need to refer you to last week's video. If you just go to this analysis on the US dollar pairs, let's just go to Audi and New Zealand. Audi US dollar. So if you look at Audi, look at where we were on the Audi. That was the forecast on the Audi. We said it's going to push to the upside, make a move before any reversal. So that was Audi. If you look at Audi, how it has played out, this is where we were, as you've seen on the video. We were here last week, and we said this is going to make a move to the upside, and then before the reversal. This is how we anticipate the market. As you've seen, I did not show you the trade recaps for this week because we don't trade these moves. What we trade is the big moves. What we can see here is that we can simply see the direction of the market. We know when to enter. When we enter, we're looking for the big moves. We're not looking for these short-term moves that frustrate you. So that is the Audi US dollar, and you will see similarly with New Zealand, we focused on exactly the same thing. Let's just go to New Zealand as well on the video. Let's have a look on the New Zealand. Let's just play it. I'm not going to do this with every pair, guys, so just bear with me on this one. So I'm just trying to show you where the recap went, because we didn't do the recap with the charts here. So that's that on New Zealand, as you can see. So New Zealand, as you can see, we've already got that move. So we were around here. We were around here last week, looking for this to make a move up and then a reversal. Is this going to be the reversal that we're looking at? So we wait for a confirmation around this area. All right, so New Zealand, US dollar ZAR. Right, so US dollar ZAR looks to have made this regular flat. So we need to see if this is going to play out. And it looks like a textbook regular flat with 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up, with a pulsing move down and a move to the upside. So one thing that you cannot confirm is whether this is going to be just a simple impulse or it's going to be a three-wave move. Because if it is a three-wave move, you still have valid structure. You still have this, you still have this, you still have your WXY corrective structure here. So that's your WXY corrective structure. Guys, don't forget to check out our chart of the week. All right, so we've got a Euro Chief as our chart of the week from the last week. We're going to be removing that and updating the chart, but that does not mean that that chart is not going to play out. We know that it has not played out as yet for this week, but check it out before we move it off the website, and look out for the new chart of the week, because we replace or update the chart of the week every week on our website. So that is the structure that's possible here on US dollar ZAR. All right, so let's go to the yen pairs. The yen pairs still continue to trend to the upside, but it looks like we may have some reversal coming up. Right, so if you remember last week, so just refer to the video last week during the trade recaps, I showed you how we traded this expanding flat, and we got this 1,080 odd pips there. Now, if we look at the video from last week, we said after that, we're expecting a three-wave pullback. All right, so that is the expectation, that it's going to make at least a three-wave pullback structure. It does not mean that that has changed. It is still pretty much valid in this, playing out exactly as one would expect, because what is happening here now is that we've got a move to the downside. We already had this last week. We were looking for this one to just give us a pullback and another continuation to the downside. But what it's doing here is that it has made a move up, it has made a move down, it's making a move to the upside. That's simply making a corrective structure. So remember, with wave theory, we don't have spikes. We consider all areas where the price has traveled. If it's a spike, for us, the price has traded in that area, so we consider it in our analysis, whether it's with trend lines or analysis of the structures and the sequences. So we're expecting that US dollar yen should push a little bit higher to around this level and give us this structure if it's going to make any move to the upside. For now, this week, just expect this push to around this area. Right, pound yen. So let's look at pound yen. So pound yen will still continue to the upside. Okay, so we're looking for this one to have ended the move here, but it looks like we're getting 1, 2, 3, 4, and this looks like it's going to be an ending diagonal here with a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so we're anticipating that this is going to still continue to the upside, pound yen. Any pullback, look to trade it to the upside. Euro yen. Euro yen looks like it's going to give us another move to the upside. It was also an impulsive move to the downside last week, but it looks like we're getting this structure here. We can still get this one to come around this level. Okay, we can get this one continue from here. It does not look to have made a proper structure unless the structure that we're seeing here, and this is something that you may miss with the naked eye. How this has played out is you have got a structure here. So you've got a move up here. You've got a price that came down with that red candle. You've got a price that came around this level. You've got price that came down to this level. This is the skill that we teach to be able to identify these structures. Is this going to give us a move to the upside? Looking at this three-wave structure, we can get the structure and we could be building a complex B correction as follows with an impulsive move to the downside. You see the spike that we saw last week. It is part of market structure and we can get a structure like this, and then we can get this one coming down here before another leg to the upside. We're still anticipating that long term we will see a reversal on euro yen. It has not happened as yet, but let's see what happens at that area. So that is what we're looking at on the euro. Remember, this is not a trade setup. We are forecasting how the corrective structure is going to build up. If I was going to buy this, I was going to be buying, looking at this one here. If I'm going to sell this, I'm going to sell if I get a sign around that area. So that is the skill that we teach in our course, how to understand wave theory. All right, so looking at chief yen, does not look like there's any momentum to go to the upside. Same as the others, we've seen a move to the upside. We're looking at this one to be a possible move here. So we'll be looking for this one to come down around this area, chief yen, looking for that move. So why am I drawing all those lines? That is a possibility of this structure here, where we can have again another complex B correction here, with that being the structure and looking like this here. So you'll have A, you're going to have this one as a B. Your B is a complex B corrective structure, and this is a C. So let's see here if we're going to get a move to the downside in the coming week. All right, so looking very good there structurally, but not trade setups as yet. We're anticipating the trade setups. Okay, another one is New Zealand yen. We've got a similar structure, 1, 2, 3 up here. We're looking for this one here to do this. Is there a possibility for this one to give us this? Another complex B correction, move to the downside before any leg to the upside. That will be building up this corrective structure. So we've got two corrective structures there. You've got this big A, B, C corrective structure on the outside here. You've got this internal one here, another A, B, C. It's actually another lower degree one here, A, B, C. You can see internally here, you've got a structure exactly the same as the one outside, but in the lower degree. This is what we call fractals. So we'll expect this one to make a possible move to the downside. Again, these things, we don't trade this. Look at this, the short moves, the short move, short move. We prefer to trade the bigger moves. That's what we trade. Big trending moves that give us returns, right? So that is New Zealand. Similarly, I'm not going to go through Audi. As you can see, similar structure. So you're just waiting for this structure to build up here. When it's done, we should get one leg to the upside. Okay, so that is Audi. CAD, also a yen pair. Likely that CAD can give you a move back here. You would be playing out again another complex B correction like that. That's an ABC corrective structure. So externally here, you've got a bigger one here in the yellow degree, move here like that. So you've got an ABC corrective structure. That's an impulse down. That's a B. So it's a possibility for a move. As you can see, I'm focusing 1, 2, 3, 4 moves ahead. So the most accurate move that you can get is the one here that is closest, because here you've got all the data to decide whether this is ready for at least a leg down. Again, short moves, short moves, short moves. We're preferring to trade big moves. Okay, so we're not trading that. We're just focusing the direction so that we anticipate where our entries are going to be. Gold, let's have a look at gold. Now, gold, that three-wave move that we saw last week is not convincing. We saw gold making a bounce in three-wave. So that means gold is not ready for a move to the upside yet. So watch out for this corrective structure. Gold can still come here with the structure and take the low here before any move to the upside. Do not lose sight of the bigger structure on gold. I'm going to go to the daily. I think it can still be visible on the daily. Let's see if the structure is still clear on the daily. So this is the structure on gold. Do not lose sight of this structure. If this structure is invalidated, the regular flat is invalidated here, that means we're going to see downside on gold, but we are still looking at gold to play this structure. Even if we see gold making one more move to the downside, we can start seeing this one here and then the reversal. Okay, so don't forget to check out the cryptocurrencies. We're going to do that last in this video. So we still have the cryptocurrencies that we're going to do here on this video as well. So gold, we're simply looking at this bigger structure in the higher degree, 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up, pulsing move to the downside. This is what we have. Could end with a diagonal, and we could get the reversal there. So we're still looking at this one to be playing out an A, B, C corrective structure. You can see that this is in a higher degree. So likely that if we start seeing signs of reversal, gold can start making a move to the upside. For now, we're still looking at these short moves on gold, still showing us downside, no sign of reversal. As you can see, we're going to get another leg to the downside. So this can keep happening, but we'll see what we get here if we're getting an ending diagonal on gold. Okay, similarly, silver, we are seeing downside, but again, we may be at the end of the move. So let's just see what we're going to get here. We've seen a three-way pullback on silver. I'm on a daily. We could see this one make another leg to the downside before reversal. So let's watch out for this. Let me just check if there's divergence on the RSI. Disclaimer. This is not the indicator that I'm referring to when I talk about the indicator. If I'm talking about divergence, I'm simply just looking at that green RSI there. So the green RSI, I'm just simply looking for divergence. So if this can continue to come down while the RSIs continue to push up, that is divergence. Divergence is not our indicator strategy, guys. So people get confused when I use divergence and they think that they've got the indicator that I'm talking about. It is not. So here it's simple divergence. Everybody knows how to do divergence. If you don't, this is how you look at the divergence. So this is divergence when price is doing what the opposite of what the indicator is doing. So as far as this is divergence is concerned, this is telling us that we've already made a reversal way back in July on silver. Even though we can continue seeing this downside, the RSI has already started a move to the down upside. The trick is where our indicator comes in. When we say this is ready, we're going to start buying it. Now, this is what you are not going to get with this Sunday video. So what we are looking at here is we are going to keep seeing downside. We're going to keep looking at this one coming down, and everybody's going to see this. But when this starts making a move to the downside, that's when we say the indicator tells us pull the trigger. All right, so that is silver, and let's look at platinum. Platinum has made a three-wave move last week. So this is a three-wave move on platinum. Looks like we may see one more leg to the downside, but it looks like we're starting to rise here on platinum, just like with silver. This looks to be divergence. As much as this is almost flat, we can see that this is also starting to make a move to the upside. Is this ready for platinum? Can it start making a move to the upside? Let's keep an eye on this one here. All right, so there are similarities with what we're expecting on gold, with what we'll be looking at on Bitcoin and the rest of the cryptocurrencies. So stay tuned when we do the cryptocurrencies shortly. Brent crude oil. Let's have a look here on Brent crude oil. Brent crude oil looks like we're still going to get another move to the downside, but let's have a look at that structure. I know I'm on the daily chart, so I'm going to intentionally show you an analysis on the daily. So we've got 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up here. Possibility for this one to take the top. If it takes the top, we can still come back down here. We can get this move here, a move like that, but we still expect oil to continue to the downside. Even if you see oil pushing up to around 110 area, we can still see it continuing to the downside. Let's go down to the 4-hour. So looking on the 4-hour on oil, so let's have a look at that structure. Is this structure going to give us a move to the downside? So there's a possibility that we get one more up here. Doesn't matter, but we're still expecting that oil will be giving us 1, 2, 3 down, 1, 2, 3 up, and then we start seeing downside. So let's watch for that. Not ready for a move to the upside on oil. We're still looking for downside. Pound pairs, guys, I said in the last 2 weeks when we saw this move here on the pound pairs, I said any opportunities that looks like this, I would forgive you if you did not trade this one because you would not have seen the clear reversal. But you should not miss this one here. You should not be missing this. You don't have any this week. So if you look at anything that looks like a pullback on the pound pairs, look to trade that to the upside because they've shown their reversal long term. And then pound Audi, similarly, okay, so similarly, but do not go and chase this. They've made what looks like 5-wave moves. So after 5-wave moves, we expect a deeper correction or a sideways correction. So there's a possibility for this one. Is this going to give us one leg here? The momentum is too high for us to get this one to the downside. But either way, if you don't get this trade here, do not buy it here. Rather, if you get a pullback, you can look to buy it around this area. At this point here, there's not new trading opportunity on pound Audi. Pound chief, similarly, it's just a pulsing move to the upside. Wait for a deeper corrective structure. Don't have FOMO because it continues to push up without you. If it does that, then you are better off without being in the trade. Rather trade it when you have got a trade set up. All right. Pound New Zealand. We are seeing Pound New Zealand showing us a sign here that it's going to give us 1, 2. We're going to see a move to the upside, but all of this could just be a bigger corrective structure that we are looking for. That is when I will look to get involved in this for a move to the upside. We've seen the reversal. We've noted the reversal. It was confirmed here, but we need to get a deeper corrective structure like this one here. If we don't, then we let it go. EuroCAD. Okay, so EuroCAD, let's have a look here on EuroCAD. You've got this structure that we've been looking at. We're looking at this one here to be making a 1, 2. Is this going to be a 3 here? And we start seeing this one making another one here. So let's see here, EuroCAD. So we could be looking at this one to be a WX and then a Y. So we don't know, we cannot, we're just speculating here, another 3-wave structure here, but likely that we can get this one to come at least take this low here. Does not mean reversal. We can just get back to around the 132 area on EuroCAD. Let's just keep an eye on that. Euro Audi also still looking pretty much bullish, building up this corrective structure. Let's have a look here on that structure. So this is the structure that we're building, not clear at this stage. So there's a possibility that we are making this structure here. Let me remove the outer boundary lines here so we can just look at the structure. So there's a possibility that we trade to the upside to around this level and come back here before we make a move to the upside. So don't rush these setups, okay? I keep saying don't rush, but if you've got a strategy, you will know when to pull the trigger. So we know when to pull the trigger. We let it play. When it's time to pull the trigger, then we do that. Okay, so right now it's not ready yet for a move to the upside. Okay, Euro Chief was our trade of the week, has made a 3-wave move. We're expecting that after the 3 waves, we'll start seeing a reversal to the downside. We haven't got that reversal yet, so it can still be coming. So just watch out for that one. All right, Euro Pound. Naturally, if we're expecting the pound pairs to trend higher, we'll expect Euro Pound to trend lower because that means the pound is strong. Okay, so will we get this one pulling back here before a move to the downside? We may not get this pullback because the momentum to the downside is very strong. So what will likely happen here is at some point around here, you can get another setup for a move to the downside. I'm on the 4-hour here, so be patient with that one. So those are the Euro pairs. Out in New Zealand, I want to show you why we've been trading out in New Zealand to the upside from right at the bottom. So let me show you here on the weekly. If you remember, for the last couple of weeks up until we reached this area, let's just have a look here, end of September, we hit that move. So this is what we've been looking at on Audi. And if you look at my videos from 5 years back, around 2016, we have been looking at this structure. We've been analyzing this structure, forecasting this structure. 1, 2, 3. That was simply that. So even when we traded here, just look at for the videos when this price was here. You'll see that all the videos, we traded this 3-wave pullback and we have just been saying buy until you get to this area. We are now seeing a reversal, and that reversal is coinciding with the structure that we forecasted 5 years ago. Now we start looking for downside, and Audi New Zealand likely can go back again to parity and even lower after a pullback. And that's how wave theory works. We've done this 5 years ago. It's playing out today. We're making money today. All right. So that's how we trade on using the Elliott wave structure. So I'm not going to go through all the crosses. We're still seeing bearish moves on the Audi, bearish moves on the Audi Chief. Even though there's a three-way pullback here, there's not enough momentum to see us having a move to the upside, but let's just keep an eye on that. No confirmation on that. I'm going to go straight into the indices. We have seen an interesting pullback on the indices here. This is S&P 500. We've been looking for this one to do this pullback. We're even expecting this one to give us a three-way pullback here and give us a WXY, a double corrective structure here with WXY. Okay, so we've seen this coming to the upside. We've seen the move to the upside here, 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down. We're even looking at, if that happens there, that's the move that we're getting, we could be looking for that to be the X that comes to sit here, and then we have that Y coming down here. Okay, so it's nothing different here that we're looking at, but it looks like the move to the upside is pretty strong as we are seeing this chart on the weekly. So let's see if it's going to change any structure. If it changes, then we'll address what it is changing into. Okay, so for now, let's just watch out for this one to come back to around 440 and see if we're going to get another leg down before we make a move to the upside, where we get our structure as W, as X, as Y. And that's the same for the Dow Jones Industrial and Transportation averages. Right, DAX, DAX. Similarly, we've got a move. I'm looking at the weekly chart, guys. So this is a move down here. That's a move to the upside. We've made a three-wave move down. Expect this one to at least come back to around 1500. Will it be coming just to get this structure around this area? Because that will then be a regular flat in the purple degree. Okay, so there will be a regular flat in the purple degree, and there's a possibility for this one to do that, and that will be an ABC corrective structure. All right, so let's watch that for a move around this area. If it goes all the way, we'll address what structure it is. But for now, we can see the next immediate move, at least to 1500, is confirming there. That is the DXY, Dow Jones Industrial, is similar to whatever I've done there. Let's go back to auto. Okay. Let's go back to the rest. Transportation, you've seen. It's the same as the S&P 500. I'm going to go straight into the Nikkei. So the Nikkei is not showing as strong a momentum as the others. I'm on the weekly chart. So as you all know, we've been looking at the Nikkei to be playing out this structure. Three waves down, as you can see. 1, 2, 3 up as well. So there's still a possibility that the Nikkei could be giving us this structure here. And that will be a WXY corrective structure. So let's watch that out. So we are here currently. This is where we are with the Nikkei, this corrective structure. We could get a move to the downside and then a leg to the upside. Let's watch that. And lastly, on the indices, there's the Nifty. The Nifty is showing us upside. So that means that is the structure that we looked at last week. It has completed with the move here like that. And we are now going to see the Nifty continue the trend to the upside after that WXY corrective structure there. All right, so let me just show this one here in the lower degree, at least the daily chart, so you can see the waves there, internal waves, and what we've been looking at on the Nifty. So the Nifty, if you look at the bigger structure there, let's have a look. We have got this X running flat rather. Excuse me, that's a running flat. It's a move down, it's a move up, it's a move down. Now we've got an impulsive move. So this is actually an ABC and not a WXY. So ABC, B here, excuse my writing. C, we've made an impulse. It looks like a pullback. So this one could still make another move to the upside here before we go. So just watch out for the corrective structure that you're going to get here. Maybe not ready to go from there, but you can still get here. It's 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3 up, passing move down, giving you a regular flat and a move to the upside. And then you're going to have this one as an A, B, C corrective structure there for a move to the upside. All right, so that is the Nifty. So that concludes the Forex, commodities, and the indices. Now let's go into the cryptocurrencies. Where to now for the cryptocurrencies? Bitcoin. Let's have a look. Bitcoin now, you need to be very careful here with the cryptocurrencies because if you look historically, how we've always gotten reversals on the cryptocurrencies is exactly the same as what we are seeing now. So let me just, first, before we look at that structure, I want to take you back to 2020, 2019 to 2020, how the reversal in Bitcoin happened before we went and touched about 70, almost 68,000 on Bitcoin, or the all-time highs. So we were looking at this structure on Bitcoin. If you look at this one here, 1, 2, 3. Look at this one here. When I was doing analysis 5 years ago, 2018, 4 years ago, I was looking at this structure and I was looking for Bitcoin to make a move down here, take the low here, and make a move to the upside. Okay, so if you look at this one here, as much as the analysis was right, it did not quite get to the lows that we were looking for. Instead, it just made a 3-wave move and then it went. Okay, so that is what happened with Bitcoin. So what is happening now is we are seeing a sign of upside. But this sign of upside is not guaranteed that that is the reversal, and I'll show you why and how you can approach this. There's going to be a trade setup. I've been indicating this structure from last week. There's going to be a trade setup for upside. So you've got 1, 2, 3 here. You've got 1, 2, 3 down here. We are going to see at least this level on Bitcoin. But the question is, if we are seeing this level, are we seeing it because we are now starting the reversal? Or are we seeing it because we are going to see one more move to the downside before we reverse? That is the trick. Now the approach is, if you've got an indicator that tells you when this is ready to take the trade, put your stop loss around here. I'm even showing you where to put in your stop loss. So that if you're going to lose, just lose that bit of money that you have planned to lose in that area. So the approach is take the trade, don't take profits here, just let it play out. If it's going to go up all the way, you are in the money and you'll be playing out the bigger corrective structure. If it plays out and you go to the upside, it will be playing out this structure that I'm going to show you on the weekly. And this is the approach. And it will be playing out this move, 1, 2, 3, and a move to the upside. You are doing this so that you don't miss it. Remember the all-time highs at about 68,000 last time. You don't want to miss it, but at the same time, we understand that this is not confirmed, has not given us clear confirmation that this is the end of this corrective structure. So what you want here is to start entering here. Okay, if you enter here, we can even see 100,000, but only if this level here is cleared and the structure here is invalidated. This regular flat must be invalidated. Okay, we know the invalidation area, so we will know when that is played out. So the approach, guys, is the same for the rest of the cryptocurrencies. You will see that even Ethereum is showing us a similar structure. I'm going to show you that. Only that Ethereum looks to be a let's have a look here. Looks to be a it's actually the same. It's a move up here in 3 waves. 1, 2, ending with the diagonal. 1, 2, 3 here, and we could see Ethereum seeing again 2000. I'm still on Bitcoin. My apologies. I'm just trying to look at Ethereum, guys. Sorry. Right. So Ethereum. Yeah. So this is what I was looking for. There's the structure I was looking for. So this is Ethereum, the structure. 1, 2. It's actually 5 waves there on Ethereum. It's 1, 2, 3. Let's do this again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. Now we're expecting that Ethereum could make another impulse with 5 waves and see about 2,600 around those levels. Now this will be the area where we see this as A, B, and a C. Can you see Ethereum continue to push to the upside? Let's watch that out. Again, the approach is if you get that confirmation, it looks like Ethereum is already confirmed, it's already making a move to the upside. If you get that confirmation, take the trade, okay? Because if it goes all the way, you are in the money. And again, just like Bitcoin, let's go to the weekly. You go to the weekly on Bitcoin. This is rather on Ethereum. This is a 3-wave expanding flat. Is this ready to play out? Is it ready to play out? And we see a new all-time highs at 6,000, even 10,000 on Ethereum. Or this is simply just a 3-wave pullback correction that's going to see us see another leg to the downside. Either way, I would really love to see these levels here on Ethereum. These levels as low as, let's just see on Bitcoin, levels as low as 10,000 on Bitcoin. Who wouldn't want to buy Bitcoin at that level? I definitely want to buy Bitcoin at that level. Litecoin, same structure. Let's go back to the higher degree, rather lower degree, so you can just see that smaller structure there. So the focus is just on these structures here. The focus is just on these structures. Let's have a look here. Let's make it, okay, it's not so clear in this time frame, but let's try. You've got 1, 2, 3 up, 1, 2, 3 down. Now, expectation, just like the rest of the cryptos, is that we get another 1, 2, 3 up. WXY corrective structure. If WXY corrective structure plays out, that means we're going to have one leg down before we push to the upside. If it's invalidated, we're all the way up to the money. So if you get an entry here on Litecoin, also another opportunity, excuse me, for a move to the upside. All the way up. Ripple. Ripple, similarly on the 4-hour. Let's just look out for this, 1, 2. This one is a bit different, so we could be looking for this one to make one more leg to the upside before making a move to the downside. Bitcoin Cash, similar to Bitcoin. Obviously, the structure is the same. I'm just going to show you the bigger structure. We're looking at this one to be making an impulse, a corrective structure, and another impulse. Is this ready to go all the way, or is it just going to make a structure like this? We get one more down. Okay, I'm messing it up. 1, 2, 3, and downside is another option. But you don't let the trade go up here if it plays out, because there's a possibility that we are ready to make a move to all the way to the upside. So that is the approach you need to take on the cryptocurrencies. Wishing you all the best. Will we see the Christmas rally on the cryptocurrencies, and as well as the rest of the Forex, commodities, and the indices pairs? Right, guys, if you like our content, please give us a thumbs up, drop your comments. We value your input, and don't forget to hit that bell notification button so that you get an alert the next time we upload a video. Don't forget to check out our course on the 5th of November. It is the last one for the year. Don't forget to check out the Black Friday specials. Cheers, everybody. Have a great week. Bye-bye.